Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Shannon Kids. If this is the first time that you're seeing my video or pressing across my video, please don't forget to comment, share and like, please. Please. Share, comment. Today I'm going to talk about Jamaica, their leaders, the politic things. As you all know that many politicians, they encourage and motivate when they are in need. When they are in need, they say a lot. They say things that makes you feel like, this is a good leader that for real, he will come and support us. For real, he will make great achievement that we will never regret having him or her in that position of a leader. But when they reach in that position, my friend, they're two different people. They act different. When you see their manifestos, when you see their campaign, the way they used to campaign so that they can get the chance of having that position, and when you see the person that now is in that position, they're two different people. And that's not good at all. That's not the way people should live. People are supposed to be, when you say something that when I will be a leader, I'll do this and this and this. When you reach in that position, you should do that so that you can get more and more chances of becoming a leader in your country, becoming a good person that people will live to always appreciate you, always say that, for real, we need a leader like that person. We need a leader that will never change when you get the position that you has been asking for. Like, for example, in Jamaica, people are complaining about their leaders because they're doing things that are not worthy, are not the things that they had promised their people. Because if you ask for a seat, you're not supposed to change when you reach at that particular position. You're supposed to encourage your people, to motivate them by doing what you had said, doing what you had promised while campaigning. But things are different. Things are different. You get these leaders, they just want to benefit themselves. You get in the parliament, they want their family member to be there. In all good position, in all big position that are needed, many people are needing it, they make sure that in all position, only their family members are there. They make sure that they encourage their family, they motivate their families, forgetting that we are the people who elected them. We are the people that needed them. That's why we chose them to be in that position. They don't give us the opportunity. Job opportunities are very minimal, and that discourage a lot. So we have to check. We have to look for real. When I do this thing, will all people around benefit? If they don't benefit, look for another solution. But our leaders, no. Let me share some clip that will make you see the reason why many people are complaining about Jamaica leadership, and see the reason why we have to be mutual, be good, be real, be you. Don't encourage only people who are close to you. Encourage even those people who don't have anything. Please, let me show you some clip that will encourage you, that will make you to see for real our leaders are doing a wrong thing. After there, I'll be back with more.
Too many other major challenges. That's why I ask all the time, who sees us and who hears us? We continue to be confronted by problems of blacklisting, which pale into insignificance when compared to climate change, but which destroy our financial sector. The illicit flow of weapons, such that the ease with which people can go into public spaces and shoot and kill others is now regarded as just another item on the news, because we promote profit in the manufacture and trade of guns and weapons. of non-communicable diseases that strike down our people in the most insidious of ways, because we allow diets that promote the prosperity of a few multinational corporations to become the norm of the day with the food that we eat and the lives that we live. And in the case within our own community, Belize and Guyana continue to face challenges to their territorial integrity. I suppose people feel that because we have talked so long about Belize and Guyana and Cuba, that we can continue to talk about climate change and these other things, and that it is okay for it to be another tick on a UN General Assembly speech. These are all threats to our stability, to the people's stability in our lands. But you know, since last we met, there are other instances and circumstances, not of our making, that may yet destabilize us. And we say it over and over, but we ask, who is listening? And you know, we don't come with tales of woe only. The Caribbean has produced excellence. It really has. Nobel laureates, sportsmen who have excelled and are the best in the world of their type, artists, the best in the world of their type, leaders who have inspired previous generations and current generations. We don't come here as a proud people asking for handouts. We don't want and will not be mendicant. What we want, no, what we need is fiscal and policy space. Fiscal and policy space to achieve sustainable development, to be nimble, to adapt, and to innovate in ways that allow us to be true and faithful to the task of bringing prosperity to our people, or as in the theme of this General Assembly, to eradicate poverty, to educate our people, to include all such that there's not some outside and some inside. We want an international order equally that recognizes that there must be different policy prescriptions to suit the circumstances that we all have. And we can still be friends, small and large, north and south, Christian, Hindu, Muslim, all different races, all genders. An equitable and just international order that is truly built on the principles of justice and fairness for all and not just for some. A United Nations that recognizes that as 74 years old we must be able to have difficult conversations as mature people and solve them. Many in the developing world were persuaded or required to abandon policies that were designed for the majority of our population to be transformed. And those policies were fashioned to adopt a consensus that was settled in Washington, D.C. and named thereafter. And that ultimately, regrettably, was about the consolidation of wealth in the hands of a very few. And that's why we have seen the growing inequality that we have seen in the world over the last few decades. That is why too many people over the world have become cynical about governments and about the benefits that they can bring to them. The fueling of the greed of a few threatens to undermine what little gains we have made since independence. And we judge ourselves harshly because independence is a recent phenomenon for us. Others who have taken 150 years to get where they have gotten are still stumbling and falling. And you want to judge those who have had less than 50 or 60 years to operate in a world that has not been made in their image and that does not reflect their interests. This is the fate, my friends, of simply too many. And Mr. President, despite our small sizes, the 14 countries of the Caribbean community have been able to play leadership roles of international import. I can't stand here today without talking about St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that has become the smallest nation of the world ever to be elected to the Security Council to sit on it. We are proud of them. In addition, and I want to speak to this, because when CARICOM was confronted with the unfolding situation in Venezuela, I accompanied the then chairman of CARICOM, the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, to meet in this building with the UN Secretary General in January of this year. And we met with many delegations, and some said we were wasting our time, and some said the time for talk was already over. And we said then, as we say almost 9 months later, the time for dialogue, the time for talk, my friends, can never be over in a world that wants peace and prosperity. We don't take sides, but what we know is that you cannot propel war over dialogue. The people of Venezuela must be allowed to decide their own future in accordance with the principles of the United Nations Charter. Principles of non-intervention, non-interference, prohibition of the threat or use of force, respect for the rule of law, human rights, and democracy. It is regrettable that other multilateral organizations have not followed their own charters. And that is what makes the actions of our Secretary General of the UN more laudable, for refusing to breach his own charter and take actions even though member states have hurled into the recognition of those unelected. Our Caribbean Sea must remain a zone of peace, and for that we shall fight. Mr. President, I speak plainly and without fear, because from independence, Barbados' foreign policy has been premised on the simple principle of friends of all, satellites of none. Barbados, therefore, has always remained and will remain proud to have Cuba as a treasured friend.
Don't think you're gonna come and sell our resources again for cheap, for us to sit down and welcome you the next 4 years. It's not gonna happen. The people are awake. A huge change is about to come, people. So, politicians, if you think you have power, I am telling you, if 10 million people come together, it's over for you, okay? We are going to get in contact with the military, and we are going to beg the military to stand behind us, because we need them. The militaries also need a change. They need to protect a government that is for the people, not a government that is against the people. African people, we do not want to be divided again. We believe in brotherhood and sisterhood, and we will stand for what is right. We do not care about money anymore. We will not accept any bribe from anyone to honor life for our people, to sabotage our people. We will not do that, because we have realized that money is not everything. We have realized that you people are taking advantage of us. You do not care about us. You take your girlfriends to Dubai, to all these amazing places. You enjoy yourself. You see your people struggling on the street, sleeping on the street, cleaning the street, working 7/24, working 24/7. And you know that they are suffering, but you don't even help them. Are you not ashamed, African leaders? Where is your heart? Where is the heart that God gave you? Do you have one, African leaders? The corruption is too much, please. Stop selling our resources so cheap. God gave us those resources for a reason. Africa is not a poor continent. The people are poor. The people are poor because of you, African leaders. Because you think about your pocket. And African people, please listen to me. I hope this message gets to you. Please do not vote for any presidential candidate who come and talk rubbish and tell you that he's gonna build road. I'm sorry, building road is a normal thing to do as a leader. We need a government that stands with the people, a government that cares for the country, a government that wants to see its people do well. We need a government that has the same common interest as us. Enough is enough. The embarrassment is enough. The racism is enough. The discrimination is enough. The tribalism is enough. We, the people, have decided to put our interests on the side. We have decided to put all this tribalism, religion, and all that aside. We have decided to respect each other's religion and respect each other's culture and come together with the same common interest to make Africa great. And if you, an African leader, if you don't have that interest with us, we will not vote for you. So don't you think in your skull that you're gonna come and tell us you're gonna build water, electricity, and all those nonsense for us to cast our vote for you. That is not gonna happen. And to the old government, the old leaders, please retire and go and enjoy somewhere with your wives. We want young leaders. We do not want any old man from the age of 70 to 90 to come in power. Please take a break. Go to Maldives or something. Go to Seychelles and have a break, for Christ's sake. African people, vote for someone who can help us. Someone who can take full control of the country. Someone who do not need any foreigners to support him. Someone who knows what he's doing. Someone who is fearless. Someone who is bold. Someone who is passionate. Someone who cares. Because it's 2024 and you and I are still suffering. It's 2024 and we are still divided. It's 2024 and all our people all over the world are struggling. So if we don't come together to do what is right, then what is the point to complain about racism? What is the point to complain about discrimination? What is the point to complain about corruption? It is not the government to do anything for us. It's us, the people, that need to stand up against these corrupt leaders and march on the street for them to know that, hey, we are united and you cannot break us. Guys, if you take a stick and you can easily break it, but if you put 20, 30 sticks together, you can never break it. It will be difficult. This is the thing I'm saying about unity. This is my point, people. If we unite, I'm not asking you to come and love me and say hello to me every day. But if we can have the same common interest to make our nation great, I think that we will be on the right path to a good future, to a bright future for our next generation to come and live like kings and queens that we are. And not to suffer like slaves, because that's what we still are. I'm sorry, but if you have gold and diamond on your land and you need somebody to come and take your gold and diamond and give you the owner 10% and they take 90%, are you still not a slave? You are, because you do not know the value of your resources. You do not know. African leaders, enough is enough. Congo, we are coming for you, Congo. Hold on tight. The people are going to march for you. The people are going to scream for you. The people are going to fight for you. And whichever country you are that is struggling, we are coming to be behind you, my sisters and brothers. That is how it should be. And if you are against this message, it means that you are not for unity and we don't need you around. If you think that you know that you are African, but you say you are not African, we don't need you around, sis. We're not gonna force anybody to be with us. We're gonna call the people that has same common interests as us. You understand? That is what is gonna happen now. So Congo, hold on tight. We're not gonna sit down for our people to go down. That is impossible. Anywhere that is suffering, any country that is suffering, that has our people there, we are going to support our people. And if you love the message that I'm putting out, please, 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 please use your platform to continue that same message so that it can reach many people. Stop complaining, African people. Stop pointing fingers at the white man. The white man also wants profit. He's not gonna come and take your oil and your gold out of the ground for free. They also need their money. So if you want to make money, you need to build your own refineries. You need to build your own infrastructures. Okay? Thank you. It is time, people. Some of us are frustrated and we are tired. Enough is enough. And anybody who has something to say against what I'm saying.
Hello guys, welcome back. I believe you've seen the way our leaders are, the way the leaders of Jamaica are. They encourage Chinese to come at their country, corrupt their country, open their own businesses. After opening their own businesses, they make the prices of their goods to be cheaper than the ones at Jamaica, and that make many people to go for the cheap things, because you can imagine that you are having your goods are being sold at 50%, but theirs at 30%. Definitely a lot of people will go for 30%, and that discourage a lot of people, that discourage a lot of Jamaicans, and that makes them to feel so neglected, so bad. Because how can you encourage people from other countries to come and corrupt your country? How can you encourage people from other countries to come open their own businesses and make their goods at sell their goods at low prices that many people at your own country start losing their businesses, making them to be not encouraged, making them not to be motivated? Because how can you start your own business? All of people need profit. Many people look for profit in their own businesses, but if you get someone that selling their goods at low prices, definitely people will go for that. This person who want profit, he cannot go for that cheap thing, because maybe the goods that he bought, they were at a high price. So he needs to get the profit, and the profit can never be just not little amount. He needs to get a lot so that the business can stand. The business can be daily. But when you get some things that are not good, definitely it discourages a lot. So our leaders, we should be good. We should look for something that motivates our country, something that make our people to be happy for us, our people that can never turn back on us, because we still need that position. Many people forget that they still need that chance to be the leader. So they do things that are not good. And at the end of the day, they still come back to us. We are the one, they forget that we are the only people that we are supposed to be voting for them all the time. But when they do something that are not good, definitely we cannot motivate them. And that make a lot of people not to be elected again, because of their behavior, because of the things that they promise while campaigning, and the things that we are seeing when they reach at the position that they need. And when people stand out and decline them, they feel bad. They start bringing up some things that are not good. Like, for example, when you lose the chances of becoming a leader, definitely you will encourage young youth to start fighting back, to start doing things that are not good, and that will make a lot of people losing their lives, and that's not the thing that we want. We need a good leaders. We need environment that encourage us, environment that support us as the people that we elect, us as the people that we need. You as a leader, being a leader doesn't mean that you're supposed to be doing the wrong things. No, you're supposed to be encouraging us as young youth. And that's the reason why when you come to Kenya, many people, Gen Zs are there. Gen Zs are there to stand for their country because they don't want to encourage things that are bad. Because how can you be a leader and your people are suffering and yet you're still in that country and saying that, yes, busy saying that you're a leader? Leaders are supposed to fight for their people, encourage their people, make their people life to be easy. And how can that be possible? By encouraging their businesses, by supporting their any little effort that they're doing. And that will make people to be in a good position and make a lot of people never to lose their chances as a leader. But if you don't do that, definitely no way you can tell me that we still elect you, we still support you, still encourage you to be a leader. How? No way. So please, make sure you're doing the right thing. Make sure you support everyone. Don't be tribalism. Don't choose your people. Don't see your family first. See others also. Because we have some people that they're not in a position to afford everything. They're working tirelessly in their own small businesses so that they can feed their children, feed their families. But you are in a good position to support them, but you are making their businesses to scatter, their business not to have any good profit that they can support their families, and that will never help. Please, 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 as a leader, make sure you are doing the right thing. Make sure that you're supporting your people, because those people, you still need them, because you cannot sit in that position without their support. Their support is by voting for you, and that will never happen if you don't do the right thing. Please don't forget to comment, like, and share my video. I'm yours, and please, please, please don't deny me the chance of having your like and share. See you next time, and God bless you. Bye bye.